time last year you came to the meeting in good form and smashed the European 10k record, but you're a different athlete now after your success in Daegu. How are you feeling going into the pre-classic this year?
No, I'm feeling good. Training's been going well, so I'm glad I've come back here because I have a good memory of this track. Haywood Field, the crowd gets right behind you, and last year this was my big breakthrough, and you know, I took a lot of confidence from this race and going into the Worlds. So I'm glad to be back here and racing tomorrow.
And it's such a part of the world where distance running, of course, with Steve Prefontaine is so big, and you're based in Oregon now. Do you feel you get a better reception because they know that you're kind of based here?
Yeah, no, definitely. I got great reception from last year, and I couldn't believe, I was trying to listen to it, but they were shouting my name towards the end, and it was great to get the crowd get behind us, and you know, being based in America and training with Galen Robb and Dave and Rinsenheim, I think people kind of get a bit more into it because obviously, you know, Prefontaine was a big deal here.
5,000. What's the thinking behind that as well? Because you've done some shorter distances successfully recently, haven't you, like the 1,500 metres?
Yeah, that was the speed work, and you always have to work on your speed work. And yeah, things are going well, and you know, this is a big race tomorrow, so I'm going to be hopefully get up there and you know, show what kind of shape I'm in.
And how are you doing, Mo? Because obviously you're not in the UK anymore, and the Olympics are on our doorstep in 8 weeks' time. Are you aware of the hullabaloo that's going on back at home, and are you half pleased that actually you're based in America to not really feel that pressure? Yeah,
I'm definitely pleased, so pleased that I'm out here away from everything else, so I can just get on what I do best every day, and that's to train, you know. If I wasn't doing the training, putting the miles in, then I wouldn't be where I am, so it's important that you know what you have to do as an athlete, and you can just get on with it, and you can just forget about it and just turn up, 4 days before the race.
In terms of tomorrow's race, big race, Kenenisa Bekele, obviously, as you know, a legend in these distance races. What's the goal tomorrow, Mo? Is it the victory over somebody like Kenenisa, or is it the time that you're after? I'm
not sure, really. I would just want to be able to do the best that I can, and, you know, just, I don't know what kind of pace we'd be going at, but, you know, try and get a win more than anything else, and that's the important thing.
And from the British point of view, our Olympic trials, of course, are in, well, less than 4 weeks' time. Are you coming back over for them? What's the plan leading up into the Games?
Yeah, no, definitely. I have to do the trials, so I'm looking forward to actually competing. I'm not sure what event I'm going to compete yet. I'm going to keep the hush-hush. But yeah, you will definitely see me at the trials. So that leads me on to ask you for the Olympics itself. What's the plan of action? Of course, you doubled last year in Daegu at the World Championships and medalled in both. Is that potentially the plan for London, to try and do both events, or are you going to put your eggs all in one basket? As you said, definitely put the eggs in one basket and just see what happens for sure. You know, you can't be thinking about, oh yeah, I'm going to make a double and everything else. You just got to just do one event and do the best that you can, and then see how you come off and go into it. But you know, just to tell you, this is going to be the first Olympic final for me. Beijing was a big disappointment. I've never been in the final, so my aim first thing is to get on the start line as healthy as I can, and then see what happens in the race. And I presume you haven't decided then whether it's going to be the 5 or the 10k in London. And even if you have, you're probably not going to tell me, Mo. No, it's definitely going to be the 10, because the 10 is the first. But you know, it just all depends on how I come off. I'm not going into it going, oh yeah, I want to double and everything else. I just want to be able to just concentrate on one event and see what happens. And finally, outside of the track, your lovely wife, the twins are due in September. How's it been preparing for Olympic Games and having 2 more kids on the way? I know. It's been hard, but you know, my wife, she understands what I have to do, and I just got on with what I need to do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to sort of having twins in September. And I just remembered, on the British point of view, Jess Ennis's UK record in the heptathlon recently. You're over here in America. Did that filter through to you? And if it did, what kind of inspiration does that give you? Yeah, no, it gives you good inspirations. Jess is a great athlete, and you know, I'm glad she got that record. And you know, it just gives you a taste of what it's all about. Again, Greg Rufford again doing great. We got a lot of athletes who are coming through and you know, doing well. Andrew Stark again is one of my friends, so we're all kind of getting there. Kind of evens out the pressure though, doesn't it, as a British athlete, if there's 4 or 5 of you rather than just yourself? Yeah, no, definitely. It's good to share that. Yeah. A lot of people coming through. Good luck tomorrow. Cool, thank you.
Well, are you definitely going to do one event in the trials, or have to do both?
The trials. I'm just only going to do one event at the trials. I'm not going to do 2 events at the trials.
But you could still make the team in both.
I hope so. I don't know.
you hope that would select you.
Yeah, I hope they can select me.
How does it work?
The trials is not as tough as in the US. You know, here in the US, you got to do the trials. You got to finish in the top 3, and that's it. in the UK, if you're a little bit far ahead from everyone else, then they can understand that, and as long as you kind of show your face, they can select you. They're not as harsh as in the US or the Kenyan trials. I believe the US trials is as hard as the Kenyan trials, not in terms of depth of the athletes, but in terms of rules.
So you have to do it on the day.
You got to do it on the day. If it's not your day, that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
When you look,
Go ahead.
you're talking about last year's Prefontaine. I mean, the year you've come a tremendous way. I mean, last year you were just kind of one of the guys hoping to break through, and now I think you're regarded as the best distance runner, at least track runner in the world. Have you ever kind of sat and thought about that, or do you feel like the same guy? And what do you think accounts for the difference?
No, I'm still the same guy. I'm very, very laid back, as you see. I just get on with it, get on with training, and just enjoy what I do. And as an athlete, as long as you're doing that, the result will come, and just keep training.
And will you watch the Kenyan trials a little tonight with a little more interest?
For sure, yeah. I'm going to watch the Kenyan trials. I'm good friends with Mark Kiptu, Mika Kogo, Mike Keegan. So there's a lot of guys that I'm friends with and trained with in the past in Kenya. So I'll be shouting them on and hoping that they can make the team.
And Ibrahim Jalain won't be at the Olympics. Does that change anything for you?
Not at all, there's a lot of guys always coming through. As you saw, last year was the favourite, but still, he came out and still beat me with his day. So, anything can happen. That's part of our athletics. It's what we enjoy the most. It's not like the football, one team is dominant and sure they can get a win. In athletics, anything can happen.
Yeah, did you know who he was last year before that race, really?
I didn't have a clue, mate, to be honest with you.
At least you weren't the only one.
Yeah.
What result would you be looking for? What would you be hoping to do in the 10K in the Olympics that would allow you then to run in the 5?
It just depends how I come off, really. As an athlete, you just want to be as fresh as possible, and when you come off, have no niggles. 10K is a long way, it's 25 laps around the track, so it just all depends. But for me, I just want to concentrate on one event and then see what happens. I'm not going out. I want to do 2 events.
Can you speak a little bit about the influence Alberto has had on your performance and as well as the training with Galen?
Yeah, Alberto's a great coach, and ever since I've joined the group, we've gone so well. And me and Galen's a great training partner as well as good friends, and we're always having a laugh or playing computer game against each other all the time. So that's what we need, and he's a great friend of mine. Galen is, and Alberto's a great coach, and without him, I don't think we'll achieve what I have achieved.
I assume you're going to expect to see him in London as well?
Oh yeah, no, definitely we'll see him in London.
Yeah. Is he creeping up on the world a little bit, you think?
With Galen?
Yeah.
No, Galen's got potential. I believe in Galen, and I believe he's going to break soon. 13 minutes. Last year when I said, Galen could do what I do, a lot of people didn't believe me, and then later on in the season he came out and show what I said, and I was only a few seconds faster than him, so it just shows you Galen's a great athlete, and he's definitely going to be up there.
Yeah, people in the US are probably interested in how you guys stack up in training. I mean, do you guys ever try to beat each other? Are you doing different things a little bit, or is it more together? Or?
Yeah, we do everything the same. We do cool down, warm down, the sessions, pretty much everything the same, and that's just how it is. And
So what do you think accounts for you being just a little bit better than him right now?
I think I'm just a little bit older than him, a little bit more experience, and my body can just hack that bit more. He's young. I'm almost going to be 30 soon, so I'm a lot older than him.
And in terms of training when you came here, did you change anything in your training? Is there more an emphasis on distance or speed with Alberto, or is it, you think it was just the right time and now you got a training partner?
I think it's the right time of having a training partner and just covering everything else. And I think Alberto's giving me more belief than anything else. Before I was always kind of good. In the last 4 years leading up to that, when I ran 12:53, I ran about was it 13:09, 13:08, 13:07, and it was like 12:57, and then went to the other year, so 12:53. So it's just kind of been there, but it's just been sort of gradually sort of improving, and I think as mentally sort of just being confident is more than anything else.
Is having the games in the UK, is that a blessing for you, or is it put more pressure on you?
It depends how you take it. I'm more a positive guy than a negative. I like to see the crowd get behind us, and I really enjoy when it comes a couple of laps to go, they get right behind you, and cheer your name and it gives you that bit more boost. But sometimes, if you do want that, then it can take it in a negative way. But I like the crowd, getting the crowd behind us and having, like, competing in your hometown. I've competed like Crystal Palace, Birmingham, and I really enjoy it.
And competing, in front of your home crowd and everything. And do you think that gives you a bit of an advantage because you'll be familiar with everything, and everybody else will be kind of in a strange place?
Yeah, no, sure. It gives you good advantage, but at the same time, I'm sure like all the guys in the training camp, they will come there a couple of weeks before to get used to the heat, the humidity, and everything else. That's what we've done in all the times that we would compete in the World Championship or Olympics. We've always gone to there for a couple of weeks before to get used to it. They'll get used to it, but for me, I think the biggest positive thing is just having a crowd.
Okay. And the baby is due when? The baby?
September
what?
It's around about middle of September.
Mid
of September.
So it's twins. Do you know if they're boys or girls, or?
I'm not allowed to say.
It's secret.
I do know.
You're not allowed to say.
Are they identical? Can't tell anything?
Can't tell you.
All right. In terms of the weather, what can we expect for weather? Is there a lot of rain? I mean,
I think it's going to be the same in Portland. So if you live in Portland, you're all right.
Oh, so you're good to go. Did you know Bernard says he doesn't like running in the rain?
Is it? It's going to rain, but no.
So you think?
I think it might rain. It depends. You know what Portland's like. It's always rain.
Right.
But it's in the summer, so anything can happen. But the typical English weather is kind of a little bit of rain, drizzly.
All right. Thank you.